Make some noise for Dr. Behnam Tabrizi.
So let me begin with this question, and I mean this. How many of you would like to reach your full potential and deep fulfillment? Raise your hand. Some of you raising 2 hands. If we want rich fulfillment for ourselves and our loved ones, why would our organization be any different? So let's create an organization where it becomes a magnet, where we have a new level of inspiration, of passion, of self-expression, where we can create a future-proof organization that would be a model for other organizations around the world, that would be a model for people around the world. Are you guys ready? All right, let's go. We are at the forefront of a huge paradigm shift, especially with the introduction of AI. And what we're noticing is that none of us here is qualified to deal with what is coming for the next 5 years. And my commitment to you today is for this next 40-45 minutes to be a life-changing experience for all of you. I'm going to show you the playbook of how to transform yourself, transform people around you, transform your organization, and get into this perpetual cycle where you constantly could renew yourself, your organization.
My doctoral thesis was about rapid product development. And what I learned was there are 3 reasons why transformation fail. Number 1 is they're too slow, so we need rapid transformation. Number 2 is we don't address the individual transformation, so we need inside-out personal transformation. And number 3 is that we don't think about how do we perpetually make sure this transformation continuously go on. Then we realized, after a large-scale change, how do we make sure that is perpetual, that is continuous, that people are constantly pivoting and learning how to change as the ecosystem changes.
Behnam Tabrizi is a great teacher, and the students adore him.
Over the last 30 years, working with large number of organizations, what I found is that the best way to predict the future is to invent it.
There are a few things I want to share with you. Nearly 70% of major reinvention transformation fail. Just a few years ago, nearly $1 trillion was wasted in digital transformation. And surveys year after year shows that nearly 70% of people in organizations are either disengaged or sleepwalking at work. This is the problem we're facing today in our organizations. And it's very, very critical that as leaders, and all of you are just extraordinary leaders, is to go on offense. And I'm going to walk all of you through a playbook on how you help your organization do that.
The first essential step of future-ready transformation, we need to get our leaders to reimagine what's possible.
We need to reimagine ourselves. We need to reimagine who we are at our best.
The next step is mobilization of a large number of people.
Transformation only happens when you mobilize a movement across your organization. How do you create that? You find people who want to be part of the change.
And as they go through this process, there's a shift and pivot in their mindset.
It's critical to make sure that the mindsets are aligned to what really excites you and what could also help your group and your organization.
And finally, what you have is impact, which is being able to have a measurable impact in the performance of the organization.
It's elevating the talent within the organization. When you go through a process like this, you truly go from here to here.
He's a great presenter. He's captivating.
He did a good job tying in strategic thought and thought leadership into tactical instruments that we could focus on.
Actually inspiring people to want to affect change. I think that's powerful.
You can create a movement. And people who've been involved in this movement often tell me this was the best of their career. If you want to transform yourself, if you want to transform your organization, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to address your fears. Opposite of courage is conformity. We need to take bold steps. The world needs leaders who take bold steps. You make change happen is the quickest way possible. You break down these silos. You create radical collaboration. You change the drumbeat of your organization. Let's do this for our organizations. And let's do this for our people.